Dominate to graduate. Archer High School, building a high-performance culture. What is the Dominate to Graduate program? Dominate to Graduate, or D2G, is a program that is designed to help you be a high-performing tiger by helping you succeed in high school and prepare you for college. The goal of D2G is to make sure that you are fully prepared to dominate the assessments required to earn a high school diploma. Why dominate? Domination equals graduation. All Gwinnett County Public School students must pass certain tests in order to graduate with a high school diploma. If you can dominate and be successful on the required tests, then you will be one step closer to graduation. When is the Gateway Retest? The Gateway Writing Assessment Retest will be administered on the following days. The Science Gateway will be Tuesday, October 22nd, 2013, and the Social Studies Gateway will be Wednesday, October 23rd, 2013. What is the Gateway? The Gateway Writing Assessment is a document-based question assessment. The Gateway measures students' ability to write effectively about 9th and 10th grade science, which is biology and chemistry, and 10th grade social studies, focusing on world history. Students write 2 essays, one on a science topic and one on a social studies topic. In writing a response, you will use your own knowledge about the topic and pull information from the documents that are provided. You have 125 minutes to write each of the essays. One exam is given per day. How is the Gateway scored? 2 raters read each paper and assign scores in 4 domains. The scores from each rater is combined to make a raw score, which is then converted into a scaled score. The scaled score ranges create 3 different performance levels: exceeds, meets, or does not meet. For total domination, you want to exceed. That's 600 to 800 points. To meet, you need 500 to 599. Does not meet is 400 to 499. Let's take a look at how the Gateway is scored. We will look at the science rubrics first. Now let's take a look at how the Gateway is scored. The Science Gateway is scored in 4 domains. The domains are development of scientific processes, which is 30% of your total score, expression of scientific knowledge, which is 20% of your total score, organization of scientific concepts, which is 30% of your total score, and conventions, which is 20% of your total score. What are they looking for in each domain? Domain 1, development of scientific processes. This is how well you demonstrated an understanding of all parts of the assigned task. In order to score 5 full points, you need to have made sure that you fully develop all parts of the assigned task with specific details. You stated and fully explained scientific causes and effects. Your reasoning was explained in all parts of the response, and all of your ideas were focused on the assigned task. Domain 2, expression of scientific knowledge. How much relevant, correct, prior knowledge and scientific vocabulary you included in your paper. In order to score 5 full points, you must make sure that your paper contained extensive, correct scientific information beyond what is in the provided documents. You used extensive scientific vocabulary throughout your paper, and you effectively used the provided documents. Domain 3, organization of scientific concepts. This is how well you organized your ideas. In order to score 5 full points, you need to have made sure that all parts of your organizational plan were effective and appropriate. You effectively grouped and linked scientific ideas in all parts of your paper, and your introduction and conclusion were effective for the assigned task and appropriate to the scientific purpose. Also, you used an extensive variety of transition words and phrases. All of your ideas are logically linked to the ideas that precede and follow them. Domain 4, conventions. How well you demonstrated control of sentence formation, usage, and mechanics. To score 5 full points, you need to have made sure that your sentences were extensively varied and clear and effective in all parts of your paper. That all elements of usage were consistently correct, including subject-verb agreement, standard word forms, pronoun antecedent agreement, and tense. All elements of mechanics were consistently correct. This includes citation of original sources, internal punctuation, spelling, capitalization, and paragraph breaks. And and that there were very few errors in your paper. Is the social studies scored differently? Yes and no. Yes, it has the same scale and procedure of scoring as the science, but they are looking for slightly different points in your essay for social studies. Let's take a look. Domains for Social Studies Gateway. The Social Studies Gateway is scored in 4 domains. Social Studies domains include Development, Analysis, and Interpretation, which is 30% of your total score, Expression of Social Studies Knowledge, which is 20% of your total score, Organization of Social Studies Concepts, which is 30% of your total score, and Conventions, which is 20% of your total score. Domain 1, Development. How well you demonstrated an understanding of all parts of the assigned task. In order to acquire 5 full points, they are looking to make sure that you fully explained all parts of the assigned task with specific details. You included an in-depth analysis of ideas and relationships related to the task. Historical facts, events, and concepts were fully developed. All of your ideas were focused on the assigned task. Domain 2, Knowledge. How much relevant, correct prior knowledge and social studies vocabulary you included in your paper. To earn 5 full points, they are looking to make sure that your paper contained extensive correct historical information beyond what is in the provided documents, that you used extensive social studies vocabulary throughout your paper, and that you effectively used the provided documents. Domain 3, Organization. How well you organized your ideas. In order to score 5 full points on this domain, they're looking to see that all parts of your organizational plan were effective and appropriate, your ideas were effectively sequenced, your introduction and conclusion were effective for the assigned task and appropriate, you used an extensive variety of transition words and phrases, all of your ideas are logically linked to the ideas that precede and follow them. Domain 4, Conventions. How well you demonstrated control of sentence formation, usage, and mechanics. To score 5 full points, the writers are looking for that your sentences were extensively varied, clear, and effective in all parts of your paper. All elements of usage were consistently correct. All elements of mechanics were consistently correct, and that there were very few errors in your paper. Now that we've looked at how your papers will be scored, let's look at what you're given and how the test looks. So, what does that gateway test look like? What does the gateway look like? Included in each test form, you have a test form or task page, supporting documents, citing original sources page, high school gateway checklist page, and your answer documents. Let's break down the test form task page. On the test form and task page, you will have a form number. You will need to make sure that you mark this in a few places on your answer sheet. The test title, which gives you the basic topic, the scientific or historical background information, your writing task, and a list of supporting documents. Here is what your sample test form will look like. For this one, your form number is 303. The title is Cycling of Matter, giving you a general idea of what you will be working on. Scientific background is also noted, and your writing task. Task title. The task title gives you the topic you will be writing about. For the Science Gateway, this is important because it tells you whether you will be focusing on chemistry or biology. For the Social Studies Gateway, this generally tells you the era or time period you will be focusing on. Background information. You are given scientific or historical background information. This gives you some information that gives you a background or a basis for the writing task. In this example, it is scientific background, and it says, modern science has greatly increased the understanding of cycling of matter, energy transfer, and the conservation of matter and energy. This gives you a basis on what you will be writing on. Writing task. The writing task tells you the context you should write in, a letter, article, or essay. Also includes a bulleted list that explicitly tells you what must be included in your response. For this sample, the writing task says, write an essay that explains the changes involved in the cycling of matter. In your essay, be sure to do the following. Describe a food web in detail, including at least 3 food chains. State the law of conservation of matter and energy and explain how this law applies to photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Describe how carbon is cycled between living organisms and their environment. These are all things that must be included in your response. What else are you given? You will be given supporting documents, the Citing Original Sources page, and High School Gateway Checklist page. Supporting documents. You should use these documents and your prior knowledge to form a thorough response to the writing task. Some possible scientific documents are graphs, diagrams, or equations. Some possible social studies documents are timelines, pictures, or quotes. Supporting documents are listed under the writing task. Make sure that you look over these documents before you begin writing your draft. Here, for this example, they have included an energy flow diagram, a diagram of the carbon cycle, and equations for photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Citing Original Sources page. This is included in the test booklet to give you examples of how to cite information from the supporting documents. Since they provide you with this page, it is important for you to correctly cite anything you use from the supporting documents. The High School Gateway Checklist page. You're also provided with a High School Gateway checklist. It is included in your response folder. Again, since they have provided you a checklist, use it. Refer to this checklist throughout your writing process to ensure you are fully developing and addressing your response, using information from the documents, organizing your ideas, and using correct conventions. Now you know what the gateway is, how it is scored, and what materials and information you will receive for your gateway.
That's all, folks.